And we are live.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Bahrain week is pretty much upon us, well, except for FSC. But we are live from Bahrain for the first of four occasions this week. Supercharged and ERC have both set up shop in the Middle East. My name's Casper. Glad to have you all along with us as we head into the final quarter now of this season. I'm along with Sam, as always, and it's looking to be, there's not too many people tonight, but with it being Bahrain, it could be quite interesting.
Yes, lots of opportunities to overtake around here, which could make certain things very interesting in terms of this zone here being one of the two DRS zones, with the other down the main straight. But a lot of straights otherwise that you can make moves into and surprise drivers in.
Sorry, I'm still eating my dinner. I've got a little bit left over. I'll leave it for
Understandable.
later. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's three DRS zones, of course, into turn 1, 4, and 11.
Yep.
As who's about to start a lap? I think
That's
that's
Logan.
Logan.
Yes, the Haas driver.
Since you've got experience of racing here, going off of FSC, do you want to do a lap?
Oh, of course. So Logan's heading towards turn number 1. Some infamous crashes here in the past in real life. Heads through very much without trouble. So you want to clip that inside curb and a little bit of that outside, but not too much of that curb as you go through the first of the DRS zones, first of 3. In towards here, braking just about the 50-meter board. You want to clip a little bit of that apex there, but not too much. And using this curb on the left, a little bit of curb on the left, and sometimes you want to clip the curb on the right, but not fully. You want to be careful how much you clip of that outside curb there, because if you're not careful, you can very easily spin your car. Now heading towards the infamously difficult next section of the track. You've got to be very careful as you go into here, because you can run wide, or you can lock up very easily if you don't use ABS. Second DRS zone is active, one place you probably won't be seeing many drivers make their moves, because then you'll see the driver behind just sit behind. Round about 50-meter board once again for the braking for Logan as he heads through and towards the final sector of the track. Purple in sector 1, obviously the first car on track here, as he's now heading down towards the final corner. Important in the race to get a good exit coming out of this final corner. You want to be around about half a second behind the car behind with DRS to ensure that you get a move done in the race. But coming around the final corner, it is to the line now for Logan. DRS gets open and it's going to be a 1 minute 29.7 for the Haas driver.
That's pretty good. We've got a couple more people coming up to the line now. Grabsy and then Cooper.
Evening. I'd also like to add evening, and thanks to, I believe that's Bluntblade, or formerly Bluntblade, who's subscribed Tier 1 for 5 months.
I did see that as well earlier. Thank you very much for that. Looking at Quick Mick down to the line. Final corner. Careful on the exit there, as Sam said. A little bit of like a dog leg kind of kink up to the line. Quick Mick goes 130.2.
I think there we go. Yeah, I thought you 30.2. It didn't come up for some reason.
Yeah.
Now, with so few drivers in the field tonight, and I saw this with Casper last week, as he goes to 129.2. He was on pole by round about nearly 7/10 of a second last week out in Australia, was Casper. And with a lot of people missing, it's a chance for Casper to get himself back in the championship hunt, sort of thing.
Yeah, and who's in the championship hunt? Let me actually just check the numbers on that. Have we got an updated standing?
I'm not entirely sure if we have updated.
I don't think we do. But again, his recent results, he's shown that he's got quite a lot of pace, and he's certainly going to want to cement his position in the championship going into the final couple of races. I think this race is going to be crucial for the sake of momentum going into the final pair of races. Which I should
not too many more races. I mean, I don't know how if they're doing one more season here in Supercharged Motorsport on this game, or if they're waiting until next game. Now is it's FFG Senna, who's just started on a lap in the Williams, heading down towards turn number 1. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
I was just going to say there's just two more races. It's Spa and Suzuka, so it's going to be some pretty picturesque races as they end the season at the end of March. But I think a lot of leagues that are sort of finishing sort of around about this time. There's quite a few that I know. Some of them, including one you know quite well, um,
Yep.
they're considering a cut to 8 races instead of a full
Mm.
12 race run. So it wouldn't surprise me if we see a shortened season, and it will be similar with Simtech as well, because they've just finished their season last week.
Yep, wise Shaman crown champion there. Congratulations to him
A very
on
good,
that achievement.
yeah, a very good season.
And yes, I would
Decent
also
race
like to
from him as well.
comment one other thing that I didn't actually know that I said the said person was doing donuts. I literally see things as I see people losing positions, and I see exactly which way certain things are, just for clarification.
Love you, Mitch. I know Mitch is racing in some other thing that they're doing down at Simtech, so
Yep.
he probably
Yeah.
won't be able to see this. But well done for that. Senna down to the line.
Yep, it's been a very clean lap. He
129.
was purple in sector 1 at least.
29.7 to
But not
beat, 30.6, so just
Yep.
under a second and a half down. Was looking with Mr. Hadouken.
Yep. Was unfortunate last weekend out. I think he was involved in a few incidents in Australia and fell foul of, I believe, Cody's instant penalty system, which gives you an instant penalty for getting 3 warnings over a single track extending run.
Yeah, I
within the
did
first
see
lap.
I did see a little bit of that. There's a lot
1-0 for him.
Yeah, there was a lot of I should say questionable penalties given out by the game, which even for the game standards was pretty piss
Oh,
poor.
interesting. We have, I think it's Gary saying it's available for Friday if he's required for comms.
Yeah, pop me a DM. I'll.
Yep. Pop Casper a DM, and we'll go. You can see if you can sort that out because I believe me and Mike are both racing on that one. So yeah.
Well, you should be.
Yes.
But yeah, right. We've got 2 cars on track.
Yep.
They're on push.
Out laps.
Not,
It's going to be.
not push
I think.
laps.
Yeah, it's going to be Cooper first,
I
and the
think
Ferrari.
we've got 2 more on track as well with cooldown laps for Senna and Hadouken Devlin, as Cooper's coming into the final corner complex in 7th place at the moment in the Ferrari.
Yep. He was involved in a lot of the battles last week. He had a good battle for the podium spots, I believe, last week out in Australia. Did Cooper? He was involved with Casper and another driver. I can't remember exactly the name of which driver it was at the time. I think it was Logan. He was involved with a little bit of an. Ooh, that was interesting there from an Alpha Tauri, I
Stug.
believe. Stug, who is almost in the path of Cooper there.
In terms of teams, also there's 2 Alpines, 2 Red Bulls, and then there's just one of Mercedes, Haas, Williams, Ferrari, Aston, and Alpha Tauri, which means no McLaren and no Alfa Romeo, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Whew, that would have been concerning if I got that right. Wrong even. Cooper down into 9 and 10, clean line.
Yeah, I'd like to note one thing. I still occasionally get cars mixed up here and there, even after years of doing commentary. It still happens.
I still do it after less
even
than
if it's
a year.
very obvious.
I still do it after less than a year, actually, to be fair. It's sort of coming up to a year. Because I started, like, back end of June, kind of.
I have been doing commentary on F1 games since about 2017, 2018, I believe.
Wow. Right, careful for Cooper.
He's getting a little bit of.
Yeah, he's got
He's
the
getting a
Red
little
Bull.
bit of slipstream.
He's got
What's
to get a slipstream, but that Red Bull there is more of a hindrance than anything.
That's
Forcing him
Georgie
off track
Chester.
even. So that's
I believe.
not going to be too good.
Chester.
Cooper's lost time there. He's not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, he will not be satisfied with that particular moment. I think that wasn't Quick Mick either. That was indeed Joshie Chester, who was on an outlap, who's just straight up just got in the way.
I can imagine. Was that invalidation? No, it wasn't. So he could theoretically.
I'd like to note,
it.
Quick Mick is purple in sector 2. He's coming up to the line.
Here we go.
4.5 tenths up for the Red Bull driver.
So that could, if he keeps pushing, popping maybe even in 3rd place, but I don't think. Challenging for the front row. Up to the line goes Quick Mick here in Bahrain. Goes into 4th place, just shy of Logan's 3rd place time by 200ths of a second.
Yes.
Looking at FFG Senna, he's marginally up in the first
He's
sector.
done
First
3 laps
sector's
on those tyres now. I think he's going around on a new set of tyres now and saving a fresh set for the end
quite
session.
possibly. And sixth place isn't too bad of a place to start. But then again, considering the size of the field, that does fall into the mid pack. Oh, back end sliding. And that is one way to spin out here at Bahrain. It has,
As I
however,
said, seen that.
cooked his
Oh
tyres
yeah,
to
the
death.
massive counter steer moment. That's not ideal. This
Yep.
Doug's coming up to the line himself in the Alpha Tauri.
Into the final corner, yellows through the front straight as well, but that's just for pit entry traffic. As here comes Stug. It's not quite a good time, but I imagine
32-3.
he's going to try and go again. It's what I've seen a couple of drivers do just in general, but he's low on battery. We'll see.
Joshie Chesthouse did go across the line, but he was nearly 3 seconds down on his time, but that was because he backed out of his lap. He has decided to go again, though, as the second Red Bull driver.
I can imagine that the problem at the final corner probably impacted that decision heavily, as we've got 4 drivers on track, 6 in the pit lane, Logan and Quick Mick. As Logan crosses the line, 4 seconds down on his personal best. I imagine he's going to go again as he's got some troubles going through turn 2. And he's coming up to the corner. And
Gosh, Chester, that's very wide. He's completely decided to miss the entire apex of the exit of that corner. The one with the long curb as you head down towards the just before the corner you just on board with there now. He's decided he's backed out of the lap, so
yeah,
rather than carry on with the lap, he's opted not to carry on with it. Let's see if Logan is going to be improving on his. He's currently still going at a full bore pelt. Is the cast driver.
Well, there's going wide, and then there's going into another country, which I think is what he was trying to do.
He found Qatar. That's what happened there. He found the LSL circuit. He found an exit into the LSL circuit, apparently.
Oh wow! I mean, there's a lot of places you can go wide there. Let's be honest. But we've got 5 minutes to go. It's Casper, and I think it's Ryan, Logan, and Quick make your top 4. It's just a field of 10 drivers tonight. As we've got 3 to go in this season here at Bahrain, and then Spa and Suzuka. Hadoukens come out for a lap. Logan?
He's going to be finished lap. Logan is backed out of his lap. He's got the red flashing light telling that he's backed out.
I think, though, he has gone for a lap.
He's opted to go again.
So
that'll be his second or third lap on those tyres, though, so not the best overall that he's going to have out of those tyres in terms of the...
Yeah, he's lifted off a bit of a back-end wobble in turn 2, and that's just cooked his lap, really. Not going full pel, not even opening DRS, and into turn 4. Wasted lap, really.
Yeah, now he's going to have to really be quick in getting back to the pit lane and getting another lap out, because he's got his Alpine teammate who's on an out lap, so he doesn't have to worry about that as such.
So we've got 3.5 minutes.
Now, as I say, Hadouken is about to start on his final lap in this session, most likely. Yeah, unless he has enough fuel for 2 laps.
Which he might do. We'll see what happens. He could go for a cool push. But around here, your best of your tyres are easily sucked out. It's a very high deg circuit, I believe. Hello.
Yep.
Migrating
host. That's Logan gone.
Logan's left the session.
I'll get him back in real quick because I have him on my list. I don't know. Yeah, I just hope that doesn't break the lobby, because that's happened before where that's happened.
Well,
send him an invite back.
Hadouken set a fastest first sector, but I'm not sure if that's
3/10 of a second, nearly 4/10 quicker than.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's to be believed though. All things considered, with the whole migrating host thing. If it is, absolute well done. But just seeing that, I'm not too sure. Down the back straight into turn 11, left-hander. Negotiating it nicely, riding the curbs on the inside. Is he on a controller?
Gotta be careful through. I don't know if he is or not. He could potentially be, but as I say, it could be like a really smooth controller user, unlike myself, which, having been recently just got back used to controller again, it's really sort of weird having it in comparison to using a wheel for like several years.
Yeah, see, with all due respect, I'm crap. So my control actions are very erratic.
Evening
Dukan
Crossy.
goes to 6th place, so it's a very, very
Yep,
good first
that's
sector, but
he's
can't
carrying
deliver.
on with his lap.
But he
It'll be
couldn't,
interesting to see where he goes.
yeah, he couldn't deliver that through
Um,
the rest of the lap. Senna's marginally up, Rabsy marginally down. All sorts of stuff happening. With, well, minute 35 left in qualifying. Got plenty of drivers starting laps, finishing laps. I don't think Logan's going to come out, so
um,
his best time's going to be third.
yep. So currently, well, Senna was FFG Senna was marginally up on his time by 0.031 in the first sector. The very bright Dayglow helmet, which obviously marks something of what Senna used to run himself in real life. His unfortunate timely end.
Unfortunate, very
MLM
unfortunate
94.
end.
Would have been interesting to see how he would have viewed your F1 these days. Probably would have shaken his head. Potentially,
Yeah,
certain things in there.
probably would have done. But I suppose with the saying every cloud has a silver lining, I think F1 is now safer than ever.
0.8 of a second improvement for Senna.
Very good lap. Goes into
129.8.
fifth. So times are a tumbling. Rabsy's starting a lap.
Yep.
Hadouken's come into the line now as well. 7th place at the moment. He's got enough time to start another lap if he wants to, but he hasn't got the battery, and I think he's going into the pit lane, so that's his qualifying done and dusted.
Yep.
Josh is
Logan say that disconnect was not aptly timed for Logan, as Logan got disconnected right as he's able to get for an outlap now, but I don't know if he's going to get round in time. In terms of how much time he's got left to get round. He was about to go for a lap, and I don't think he's going to make it because he's on an outlap just now, and he's got to get halfway around our sector, and he's not making it.
He's definitely not making it, and that's your checkered gone. So final laps are coming in here, folks. Hadouken's retired in 7th place. Ryan is 1,000th of a second up on his personal best through the first sector. More times coming in, but we're going to look on with, I think, Ramsey, who's 6/10 down. First bound to cross the checkered.
Yeah, he's backed off. He's backed off. He's not using ERS, from what I can see. The red lights flashing in the back of that car, telling that there's no battery being deployed, which means I think he is done. We'll have to see who's next up coming to the line.
Well, that's Logan, but here comes Senna. He's down, so I imagine he's going to be going into the pit lane as well. So we're going to go back to Ryan, and he's 7,000ths down. Consistency on point for this man as he comes up to the final couple of corners into the right-hander. Nice.
Yeah, let's see where he puts himself. Riding the curb, so quite a lot there.
Front row. Ooh, I think he knew he screwed that one up and went for a bit of a styly finish, which I fully approve. Cooper in the background, up to the line. Could he spring in a surprise pole?
Yep.
No, goes
Quick
to
Mick
6th place.
Off as well, so no improvement for Quick Mick. So it's now just Stug and Joshy Chester. Stug's done, and Joshy Chester's down. So that is your entire run. Really, not a lot of people getting good final runs in there.
So, Casper on pole position, but in my eyes, Ryan did the best there purely because of a very, very stylish finish to his lap, might I add.
Interesting to note that it says Joshy Chester's in the pits, but he's still out on track and he's doing 49 miles an hour as he goes along the track.
Because
nice
why not?
Game.
Because this is the F1 game, and I have a feeling we're going to be stuck here for a whole other minute waiting for him to, quote, go into the pit lane.
Now it said he's in the pits.
Oh, now it's not letting me even go on his camera. Oh, now it is.
It's saying now he says he's in the pits, even though I'm fairly sure he's not in the pits. This game be a little broken.
Welcome to Cody's.
Yes, we're gonna have to wait for another 30 seconds. So yeah, hopefully that's not just screwed up. There we go.
Oh, there we go. We didn't actually have to wait for a whole 30 seconds. Logan with an unfortunate DC puts him in third
And the worst part is that's another set of soft tyres he won't have fresh for the race because those tyres are used.
That's very true. Qualifying results are on screen. Top 10. Yes, I know you're thinking, did we have full qualifying? No, we didn't. We've only got a field of 10 drivers tonight. Casper, that's not me, with Ryan, Logan, and Quick Mickey front two rows. And then further back, it's Senna Cooper, Ramsey, Duke and Devlin, and Stug and Joshy Chester at the very back. 29 laps here at Bahrain are coming your way shortly. You need to be invited back into the session in a sec, and we'll be back. Well, the race will be back with you in a couple of moments' time. Are we having a lobby? I was about to ask, are we having a lobby restart or something? Because the reason I ask is because Casper also left the session, so I'm like, what the actual hell happened? Is this intentional? Is this not intentional? What's the crack? If you need an invite, let me know. But yeah, we're at Bahrain, 3 to go. And as far as we're aware, we haven't got the full championship standings at them, as it were. But from what we know, it's looking pretty tight and tasty at the very top. Casper, of course, trying to push himself further up the championship field with a string of stellar results over the past couple of weeks. He's going to be hoping to keep that momentum going into the final quarter of this season. Yeah, of course you can, mate. Were you just waiting for me to finish? Where are you? You are there. Juicy. Juicy. My word. Yeah, that was actually alright. Yeah. Yeah. So I had that earlier today. I was playing some. I think it was called like One-Handed Gunman or something. It's basically a crap version of Payday 2. For anybody who's played that or knows what that is, it's a crap, low quality remake of something similar to Payday 2. It's great fun. It just looks as if a 15-year-old made it. And we were playing, and then I get disconnected randomly, and I'm like, what the hell? And then it turns out the Wi-Fi turns out for a minute, out of nowhere, because Sky. And then, about a minute later, I come back. But I can't rejoin the lobby, which was actually a shame. But anyway, enough about our internet troubles. Good old broadband connections. We should mention, yes, Bahrain week. Wednesday, ERC managers. Thursday, ERC 100. That'll be on Extra. And then Sunday, ERC Masters will be on here as well. The only race that isn't going to Bahrain is FSC. They've gone to the shores of Barcelona, or near to the shores of Barcelona, in Montmello for the Spanish Grand Prix. I think that's their round 5, where that man will be racing for the IP team, hopefully doing himself and his team proud. He better be. Good. Good man. Good man, as you should. What are your hopes going into that race, I suppose? Like, let's do a driver interview. What are your hopes going into that race? You also need to be a bit more careful. Have you and Mike recovered since your incident at Imola yet, or? Oh, good. Oh, good. Of course, of course. Because why expect an EA game to function properly? Why expect anything from the F1 game? It's just, don't bother. Hopefully F1 24 is going to be better, but my expectations aren't high. Let's put it that way. Especially because, and this is good for me, but unfortunate for just general quality. It's still going to be backwards compatible with Xbox Ones. Oh, that's going to be interesting. That might explain why he's at the back, because he's normally sort of about midfield pace. I feel like that was targeted towards me because I don't have one and I'm not willing to spend the money on it as yet because uni. Mm. Yeah, that's. I mean, again, it wouldn't be the first time. I know that again. I've said it before. Forza Horizon 2 did it. The Xbox 360 version was crap. The Xbox One version was the proper one. So yeah, hopefully we're going to be getting going in a couple of seconds' time. I do expect that we will get the Battle of Bahrain, as I've called it, underway. But here we go. Lights are coming on. 29 laps coming your way. And we're underway. Casper's got a good start, but so has Ryan. We're looking on board with the Mercedes. It's sort of strung out further back. Joshi Chester's trying to keep out of the way. Ryan's moved to the right. He's come to the outside to try and take the lead. Because Casper lagged out. I think he has. He's gone inside quick, Mick. Who would have thought? It's side by side on exit. That's Logan. Logan spun. Exit of 3, and he's reset on track. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. He's getting passed by Josh Chester. That's Quick Mick running wide. Oh, I thought Casper was going to go for a dive on Cooper inside of turn 8 as they head over the hill into turn 9 and 10. We've got this massive midfield pack of 6 cars growing as Ryan is chasing away. Senna's trying to go up the inside, can't make it work. No, not quite close enough as they're heading back up the hill into turn 13. And don't forget, unlike real life F1, which has had the DRS rule amended to opening up after the first lap, we still open up after the second lap. So there's still one more lap to go before he can get in there. He's just gone back into that gap, so he could manage to make that work. As you've got tyre strategy on your screen, at the moment we're looking on board with Senna. He's going to try around the outside into turn 1. He's gone a little bit deep. He's going to be forced out. And that's Sudoku going a little bit deep as well. Very much so, I suppose. But sometimes the real life moves are the best moves inside of 4. Considered it. Kept out of it. Back end sliding there on the exit for turn 4 as well. So we've got this little pack for the lead growing between the top 5. Haduka's just dropped back out of it due to running wide at turn 1 on this lap as they're heading down into the tight technical section of turn 9 and 10. Ooh. I was about to say maybe not. He's going to be on an AI control. I don't know what difficulty the AI are for Supercharged, but I can't imagine it's going to be too high. But we'll see what happens. Looking still with Senna as they head over the top. Turn 13, he's a good exit. Let's actually have a look at tyre strategies as well. Mostly hards and mediums. There's a couple on softs with Cooper and Senna, who's got up the inside into the final corner. Almost got forced off and clobbered by Casper's AI, which would have been a very interesting prospect for the stewards. But he's made that move work anyway. But he's 1.7 seconds down on the top three, which are going to be battling for the lead. That's how Casper is going to be impacted should he rejoin in terms of the AI. And Hadouken's got past him as well. Smashing. Oh, thank God for that. No, it's not. He's not going to be very happy with that at all. But the battle for the lead is sort of stringing itself out a little bit. They're still within DRS range, and they're going to get closer into 11, but they're not quite close enough for a move. And Joshi, I know it's lap 3, but unfortunately no formation lap, which probably I have heard. Which, I mean, is it a surprise? Is it really? Yeah. It's not really a surprise if we're honest. I think... Oof. I'm not fully sure if he has, to be honest, because he's already dropped back about half a second, so he probably wouldn't have done. I know Stug's got a lot of pace, but I don't think he's got that much pace. Yes. Yeah, he's sort of about midfield in Evolution, as Casper does have the DRS. Is the AI going to make a move now, I wonder? Not quite. Yes, they do. Yes, they did. And it's side by side here. Stug goes deep. So there's an opportunity for an AI to make a move here. It's Supercharged. It's forced a little bit wide. But can he make a move around the outside? He's giving it a go. He's using the DRS. Does he need the braking zone? No, he doesn't. Stug forces him wide. But the outside line. A brilliant move from the AI. That is brilliant banter, honestly. Okay, so actual Casper's made the move there on, yeah, thankfully. So actual Casper's made that move. He's back in the game. Yeah. What are you expecting in terms of like tyre life? Can't make it work, but there goes Cooper wide, back end sliding for Senna. Tries to get the over-under into turn 2, but it's a good drive. It is side by side before the DRS zone. DRS working as it usually does, so Senna up into the podium positions here on lap 5 of 29 in Bahrain week. Yeah, I was going to say, it's not connection issues, so he's just flat retired, I think. He's Josh's left, so he was actually here. Very, very strange one. Rabsy ahead of Stug as they're going side by side down into turn 11. Good move there for Rabsy. by virtue of his son DNFing, of course. Also, Senna has cleared Cooper for 1.3, 1.4 second of a gap, but we're looking on board with this battle here for 7th. Remember, all positions get points from 1st down to 20th as they head into turn 1, slightly closer. Almost contact! Almost contact. Can't get it done, hasn't got the drive. As they head down into turn 4, thinks better of it, still stays in 8th place, but that was close as close can be there. Back end sliding as well for Stokes, struggling to keep his tyres on the grey stuff. Considering how he's pushing, I wouldn't imagine much more than 2, maybe. Again, going off what you said as well. Hadouken's closed up to the back of Cooper, so Cooper's struggling on that set of tyres. I think is he on the soft? So maybe he's used the best? Yeah. Starting lap 7 of 29. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him. Ooh. I thought he had the inside there into turn 2, so we'll see what happens up towards turn 4. Careful for Casper in the background as well. Could Cooper make a move down towards turn 4? He thinks about it, he goes for it, tries it around the inside, can't make it work. That door was very firmly shut. Ooh. Casper's got the drive, down towards turn 8 and 9, 9 and 10 even, side by side through it. Wasn't it just? Yeah. Last year. Yeah, because it was last year that it was the Shock Alonso podium. It turns out he got 8 out of the possible 23, which considering his, I don't want to say advanced age, but his age compared to other drivers is pretty stellar. Casper's right on the back of Hadouken as well. Is he going to make a move down into the final corner? Well, here we go. Yeah, but Casper's not using his battery either, so it's not quite as easy as he could have made it. But he's made that move, done. We'll see what happens. Move down into turn 4, a little too far away, so stays in 5th place. But Casper made up 2 positions in just about as many laps. So that's brilliant advance. Yeah, he's reduced it a little bit because it was 1.9 earlier. It's gone down to 1.6, 1.5-ish. So he's reduced it by about just under half a second in the space of 2 laps, as Logan's left the session now as well. Again. Oh, we do love this game being this game. Okay, so it turns out, you know the fact that we didn't have a formation lap? Yeah, that was an accident. Ooh, Dive bomb attempted by Cooper. Yeah, that was a big old dive bomb. Oh shit, I've missed my breaking point kind of thing. I'm going to say it, yeah. No, I absolutely know what you mean. But he's still closed right on the back of... Hello, Wilder. Hope you're well. Right, lap 9 of 29. You're sort of expecting any people on good tyres in terms of softs to pit about now. Which, again, Cody's being Cody's. But now the question is, when... Okay, let's assume medium hard. When do you pit for that hard tyre? So we'll pop... Well, first penalty of the night. First penalty of the night, that. And I'm honestly just happy it wasn't a track limits one. Post-race, probably. Well, knowing how far apart the barriers and the cars are at the moment, then yeah, I don't really expect much in terms of a safety car. As we've just passed third race distance, we can show you tyres, of course, mate. Of course, mate. We'll show position changes as well in a sec. Ryan on hards, Quick Mick, Casper, Hadouken on mediums, Cooper on softs. Ramsey on hards, Stug on mediums, and then Logan and Senna, the latter on brand new ones, on hard tyres. There you go. That's the tyres. I'll leave that up there for a little bit longer. We'll go into position changes in a sec. Yeah, I was going to say, it'll probably either be in this time or next time. Let's see what happens. Is he going to dart off into the pit lane? No, he does. Ooh, okay. So, we'll keep an eye on his tyres. Puts on a set of hard tyres as well. So that'll take him to the end. We'll see where he comes out in respect to Senna now as well. How close will he be? Just coming to the pit lane exit now. That's actually quite a big gap. Uh, 6 seconds. That's closing up. We'll look at this battle for the top here. And in terms of position, everybody's changed. So nobody's actually where they started. Ryan up 1, Mick up 2, Casper down 2. Pole position sits at Hadouken, biggest mover, up 4. Ramsey up 2, Stug up 3, and then Logan down 4, biggest faller, and then Senna and Cooper. They've just gone into the pit lane, granted, but they're still both down 3. Battle for the lead is tightening up. 1.1 seconds now on the back of Ryan is Quick Mick. Quick Mick over the past few races, he does seem to have shown quite a decent bit of pace. Hasn't he just? Pardon me. Yeah, we haven't got drivers like, say, King or Minden or like, or I'm not saying these drivers don't have pace because they do have pace, but there's some drivers which have top pace that aren't here, which is certainly a benefit. Stug's in the pit lane as well, as yeah, I think that was. I'm just looking on with him. I think that's virtue of a mistake at turn 8. For Ryan, manages to recover that and is still a second and a third ahead of Quick Mick. Wilder's Wilder's saying he could have contested a podium. Well, if you think you can contest the podium, we'll see you next week at Spa. That's bound to be a good race, of course. Spa being Spa. Spa, of course, one of the most historic circuits, I'd argue, in the world. Certainly in Europe. Yeah. That's true. Because of a mountain range. I'm not fully sure which ones, but it's a mountain range. Yes, no, Nürburgring is Eiffel Mountains, yes. Because the only reason I know that is 2020. And that it can, of course, no official German Grand Prix. We had the Eiffel Grand Prix because F1 liked to be fun and unique during that time period for whatever reason. Lap 13 to 29, the lead has sort of increased and then decreased back down. Logan, for the third time, is disconnected from the session, so he's going to be dropping a little back in the field. That just sounds like a typical battle with EA, I'll be honest. EA does not like to help themselves. Yeah, he's caught up a second already. So, Sam, no rush, but you do need to be quick. Good stuff. Senna's catching up. He's on the back. Let's see what. Well, we did see some possible AI moves, so that would have been very interesting to see. But Senna's made that move. It is Logan to be. And I can see what you put as well, and I do not blame you in the slightest. Oh my word, love it. Instead of doing FU, do FE. Try FE. Don't know if that works. Feck. Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna say no, it sounds Irish, but still. Nah. Saying feck reminds me of this one Irish legend of a YouTuber that I watch. Don't know if EA is a joke. Feckin' EA. Yeah, there you go. Ryan's in the pits. Is he trying to stretch the mediums? Because you wouldn't pit this early for softs, and he's come off the hards. That's why. Well, we'll see what happens, because of course Quick Mick is going to come out on The medium tyres, I'd imagine, unless he's trying to pull off a hard soft. Is he on the mediums? Ah. So you need to try and preserve a little bit of life come the final couple of laps. And again, the asphalt around here is punishing. It actually hasn't even been resurfaced once. It's just the same since it was originally laid, what, 20 years ago, give or take? So pretty much 20 years ago. And it hasn't changed since. So, you know, it's the same old asphalt we've seen with constant battles of the past. Fastest middle sector actually from Ryan as well, so he's using those mediums possibly a little bit too much, as some would argue. Well, here comes Ryan making a move on Senna, forcing Senna almost on the grass there on the left side of the track. He's going to have the opportunity down into turn 4, and he's going to have the pace, I would imagine, but he's dropped back by over half a second, purely because of the drive out of the first corner. So he's not going to be able to retaliate into turn 4, but still a move made. A necessary move? Possibly not, but could they be trying medium soft? Can you stretch the mediums for 20 laps? But then, once those softs... Again, I'm assuming medium soft here, right? I'm going out on a limb. Yes, they are. He's got DRS now. Yeah. As Ryan does put the fastest lap. Could they... Right. Again. I'm not a racer. Go on. Yeah, so it checks that with what you were saying early on in the race. So, I'm going to put my little bit of a conspiracy brain on, right? Could they be hoping that Ryan runs out of grip, sort of final couple of laps in this race, abuses that medium a bit too much, which, considering he's putting the fastest lap, would check out. They have the soft, they can run that, and just... I'm not saying full pelt it to the end, but they can still have the pace to do all sorts. Depends how used, I suppose. But softs have a lot of grip. That's the only thing I'm going to say on that. Lap 17 of 29. Quaker making Casper battle for the lead, but we are still due to see them coming into the pit lane. Well, soon. Yeah, they're the only two left to pit. We'll see them in soon. When exactly? Well, one of them's coming now. It's soft. It's soft. It's a brave move. It's a very, very brave move. And considering that you still need to catch Ryan if you want any chance of winning, it's a difficult decision. And you've got Senna coming up, and you're going to have Cooper breathing down your neck as well. It's... He's definitely going to have to, but I think Casper's going to be in a much better position than Uh, oh, he definitely does. Considering he's going to be pushing 12, 13 laps on those, we're. Youch. Well, that's turned the tension knob up to 11. I'll be honest. I can't wait to see how this race finishes, and I hope you're excited as well. 12 to go. Casper, Ryan, Senna, and Quick make your top 4. That's sort of really the battle for the lead. Senna's not really in this, but he's going to sort of keep his nose in there, should anything happen. In goes Casper. Yeah. Also, hello Glenn. Hello, good to see you. Supporting Cooper, I think. Okay. That's just the game doing game things. Ryan in the lead again. Casper's. Why is the game? Okay, there we go. Right. So, let's jump to leader timings. So, Casper's 11.4 off the lead, Quick Mick is 9.7. 11 laps to go. Just under. What are you thinking that he could catch the final within the final couple of laps, or is this going to be a bit of a stretch? I don't want to say because commentators curse, but of course there is still a theoretical, and I emphasize theoretical because of how wide this circuit is, there is still a theoretical possibility of an safety car. Exactly. So let's not count the chickens before they hatch. We'll see what happens. Senna is ahead of Quick Mick. Is Quick Mick going to catch into turn 4? Not close enough. Ooh. That was very close to a collision there. Good action there for Quick Mick to try and avoid that. He's lost a little bit of time to Ryan though, which is crucial for him to win. 9.5 to go. So we'll see what happens. He needs to be closing up by an average of about second a lap. Just shy of that to have any chance of a victory as Senna goes wide. Here goes Quick Mick. He's going to be alongside. He doesn't really even need to fight this position, but he's made the move to second, which is good for Quick Mick. And now he's got clean air. He can monitor his tyres. Back end sliding though. I can't wait to see what happened. Casper win this. I'll stick to my earlier prediction. Casper in 4th place at the moment. This could be quite interesting. Well, he's making a move on one. Can he make a move on the other? He's currently almost side by side with Senna. DRS wide open. So he's right in the tail. He's going to try and slipstream. Could he make it 3 wide? Yes, it does. 3 wide into turn 1. He's making one. He can't make the other. Quick Mick is still ahead. Senna forced round the outside. As there goes Casper down the inside of turn 1. And then up towards turn 4 we go. Casper ahead of Senna. But can he catch Quick Mick? He's trying to take the inside line. He's not close enough. Senna's going to try and hang around the outside. He's not giving this position up without a fight. And that is a brilliant attempt at a defence. But no defence working there. So Quick Mick 2, Casper 3, and Senna 4. Wow. conundrum. Yeah, there was a lock up there for someone. Yeah, Cooper's sort of, and well, Hadouken as well. They're not really too far off the back of this because they're on tyres. They can easily just punish till the end. So, you know, it's not really sort of fully decided, but who knows? We'll see what happens come the end of this race. Ryan's crossing the start line for 8 to go. They're 8.3 seconds behind the chasing pack. See what happens down this front stretch. Oh, that's not good. That's not very good. And then heading up towards turn 4. Now the big question is, we'll answer this in a sec. Do you fight? Do you not? A little bit of moving left and right on the front stretch, but that is still fine. And that is a move defended there by Casper. Now, again, I'm going to ask you this because you're the one that raced out of the two of us, not me. In this situation, let's say you're Quick Mick, do you fight Casper to try and get the lead and get closer to Ryan that way? Oh! If he hasn't already. Oh! Casper's also not looking too stable. Casper's also not looking very stable on that set of softs either. As they're 6.8 seconds down with well, what is going to be 7 to go. Yeah. Oh, we do love a good spanner in the toolbox. We really do. 6.7 seconds is the gap between first and second. And then the gap between second and third is not very big at all. It's 1.7 seconds. He could possibly catch into turn 4. So it's going to be... To be fair, he has got much ERS even left to use, even if he wanted to. But here he comes out of turn 2, through turn 3, cuts the corner there slightly, goes off track, up the hill, into that big wide open hairpin, stays in 6th place. I think, could he pass Cooper? Do you think he could possibly pull away and make that 5th place his own? Hello. Big change. Casper's left the session. Right, while you're doing that, I'll bring people up to speed with what's cracking. Casper is currently trying to catch Ryan, who's in 1st place, but the AI is not quite up to pace to the guys that are actually in this race. Now, right, has that disconnect scuppered his win possibilities? I've not seen him pop up either, and he's still losing time. He's lost just under a second. He's come back in, so there he's lost about a second there. As Hadouken closes. No battery for a brief second there. Yeah. Here he goes, down the inside into turn 4. Textbook move, but he's knows he's going to get cut off then. Brilliant defense from Cooper there. Good stuff for the Ferrari. If he was racing in Saudi Arabia, he probably would have done as good of a job as Behrman there, as they head down towards 9 and 10. But here we go, battle for second place. Quick Mick is going to try round the outside of 11, can't make that work. Switch back through 12 into 13 theoretically is a move, but not often seen. They're down into that right-hander, and then it's down this long back straight. No DRS down here. And then into... Ooh. Yeah. As if it didn't need any further compounding, he just forces his way up the inside, and that's that. But we'll see what happens up towards turn 4. It's quite often to see a switchback made into the right-hander. Quickmick goes to the right to the defend, but he goes back to the racing line. That's perfectly fine by the regulations as they head through turn 4. It is Quickmick second, Casper third. He's closer. I think he's a little bit scared of that move that he tried last time. He's worried his front's going to get chopped off. And given what happened, I don't blame him. But let's jump back to second and third place. I think first place is near enough as good as decided. But we've still got this battle for second and then battle for fifth as well. Also, Cooper could potentially get fourth if he could close up the gap to Senna. Remember, Senna does have the 5-second penalty. The only penalty so far in this race. Down the inside into turn 11, but Cooper's not going to give it up. He's taking the outside line. He's going to have the inside into 12. We're on board with Hadouken as they're battling it up towards the top of the hill into turn 13. He's going to try dive down the inside. That is a brave move, and they're still going to be side-by-side contact there with the side pod. As Casper made the move for second as well. Can Rabsy almost 3 wide. They're going to head down the front stretch. 26, 27, 28, 29, 4 to go. There goes Cooper. Can Ramsey make a move as well? Down into the first corner. Does he go to the right? He hasn't got the ERS, but he's got the tyres. He's going to give it a go. Ooh, careful, Hadouken's forced wide. That is a brilliant attack from Rabsy. Can't make it work, but he can make it work around the outside. That is good stuff there from the Alpine dad. Of course, his son in 10th place retired quite early on in this race, but Rabsy managed to weasel his way into this. Either Ryan's tyres are already dead/dying, or Casper is cooking his tyres for any remote possibility to catch Ryan, who's in first place. Ooh. Ooh. That's exactly what I thought. He's not enough space there. Yeah, there wasn't enough space there. Goober defending brilliantly from Ramsey. We've got a battle on our hands here for 5th place. Who'd have thought that 5th place would be the battle given what happened? Yeah. But yeah, I was going to say, Senna's sort of cementing 4th place here. Ramsey's going to make a move into the final corner. Thinks about it. Thinks better of it. Trying to scare him. We'll see what happens. Hadouken's close. Ooh, I thought he was going to... Oh, they're still side by side there on exit through turn 2 and 3, and then up to the top of the hill. Can Hadouken make 2 moves on 1? They're 3 wide. Going up towards turn 4. Hadouken's got the inside. Can Ramsey force his way down the outside? Oh my word, what have we got here? It's still side by side through 5 into 6, and Cooper's trying to force his way outside of 6 into 7. Oh my word, this is Supercharged in the best way possible. Oh good lord, as they head over the top of the hill into 9 and 10, we go again. Ooh, Hadouken down the inside. They're still side by side. They're still side by side. He's made the move with DRS as well. They both had DRS, but Ramsey's going to hang around the outside. What a breaking move. Well, he's 6 seconds back. I don't think he's going to get too involved in this, as they've got two to... Well, they're going to come across the line with 2 to go. My word, what a battle for the final couple of positions we've got. Remember, this isn't the battle for the lead. This is a battle for 5th place. Hadouken... Oh, tries it, thinks better of it. Oh, my word. Possibly. Possibly. I don't... No, I think he's got it. He's got it. He's fine. He's going to catch up. Then we're on board with... Maybe Logan's fortunes are better than he thought, given what happened to him earlier in the race. Yeah. Well, contact Ramsey! And again with Hadouken. That's Hadouken who's had damage. Logan spun out as well. Is that front wing damage for Logan? Possibly. As Ramsey does get the move on Hadouken, but oh my word. Because he made contact with Cooper, Ramsey spun, and then Hadouken, Hadouken's sort of the innocent party there. But yeah, that's definitely going to be worth an investigation as well. What a shame. I mean, we had a brilliant battle. But we just started the last lap now as well. Ryan is safely in the lead. Ooh, possibly. Right, Casper in second, Quickpick in third. Senna's managed to basically secure himself fourth, even with that 5-second penalty. This is good stuff there for the bright yellow helmet. Yeah, he was the first man who pit and the first man to pick up a penalty, and the only man so far to have picked up a penalty. So it's good stuff. Of course, because why not? It's been a brilliant race actually. You'd think with a grid of 10 cars, you wouldn't expect much, but there's been brilliant battle here and there, especially sort of last 5 laps or so. Like, that was a hell of a battle. Yeah, here comes Ryan to cross the line, wins here in Bahrain. First of 4 Bahrain races here at International Paddock. Casper crosses the line in second, a valiant return considering what happened at the start of the race with Casper. He's made it up to second, Quickpick in third, and then Senna with that 5-second penalty, he's going to go stay in 4th place. Now this man, hell of a battle with the 2 men behind him. He's run out of fuel. There goes Ramsey. Oh my word. Who'd have thought? Who would have thought it? But he'll make it to the line. He'll make it to the line though, so it's all right. Now, to pick the bones out of this one, ladies and gents, I'm not sure. I'm inclined to agree. Of course you'd say that. Of course you'd say that. I don't want to be saying this is rage bait, but of course you'd say that. No, I'm honestly inclined to agree with the game on this one. Ramsey's made some stellar moves, and he picked up, I think it was fifth place at the end. I think, given the circumstances, I don't think that race could have gone much better for him. Can I confirm? Good God. Yeah, that is everything here. Yeah, Ryan gets fastest lap as well, so he's going to get the bonus points for that one on top of the 30 for the win that he does get. Casper in second, so unfortunately, Wilder, you were wrong on that one. Quickmick third, Senna fourth, and Ramsey your top five. That is it from us here at International Paddock. Tomorrow is going to be managers also here. Thursday is going to be the 100 on Paddock Extra. Int underscore paddock underscore extra XTRA. That's going to be me with Angelo. Friday, Sam's going to be racing in FSC. Also on this channel, 8 p.m. with myself on commentary. Possibly Gary as well. We'll see what happens, and then Masters with the two. I want to say Paddock stalwarts. I think with ERC Masters with Mike and the Shetland Pony, otherwise known as Andrew. But until then, if he's not ill, of course. But until then, unless you've got anything to say, I think that's it. Yeah, on that note, ladies and gents, it is back to the studio. We'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.